Hello, everyone. We are live today. We are here with our, obviously, you know who is the person in front of us. How are you, Joyce?
Hi, EBM scholars.
How are you doing?
We are good. And you?
I'm doing all right.
Nice. Thank you for having us.
How is the 2024 for you so far?
So far, so good. We thank God.
We haven't done live, a collaboration.
I know. And you
For
know the
quite,
way we and you are
yeah,
used to doing a lot of lives. I remember, I think 2021, we were doing almost every day.
yeah,
Yeah, we are
yeah.
back.
So
We are back.
with the time, sometimes you get so much stuff, but then live becomes like once a week. Sometimes it can go even a month without going live, which we're supposed to go back having these type of lives.
We are going back. We are back. Nice to
Yeah.
have you. How is States?
Still cold, but we are surviving, doing well so far.
How is
Yeah.
immigration doing?
Number for the first time in the US,
Hmm.
immigration is number one topic in the general election for the president.
Oh, that's good.
It has never happened that way because Biden allowed everybody to join as illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So, which causes so many other factors.
Mm.
Now that is for the first time. Usually, it is not. Usually it's economy number one, number two something. So now immigration is number one, economy number two. So it will be a very complicated type of election this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is well.
And I know in Canada there are so many changes they have been following up. So we'll like it also. I'll give you a chance also to share updates of Canada, and then I will ask back and forth questions so that you can be able to encourage people to see what their options are at the moment.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you the first question is Canada usually has a lot of programs, but recently, just like how we experience a lot of immigration or immigrants, and here we have illegal, but in Canada it's different. Majority of people are coming legally, but then from there something else happening, and a lot of people are coming through education, but some they don't go to school. There are some changes in student visa that to be starting. Then there are changes into work permits for students and so forth. Can you give, just for someone who doesn't know, what is new, especially for students and the student visa in Canada?
Wow. Nice. I think immigration has seasons. Normally, I tell my people that immigration is very seasonal.
Yeah.
You may give content and think this is what is selling at this time. And then when you do a closer observation, for me, I normally do it through checking emails and listening to people through comments, through my community. That's how I know what is trending at each time.
Yeah.
Because for the last 2 years, anybody that was trying Canada visit visa, majority of them went through. Like we had a 90% and above of people that got visas through visit visa. I remember when I was starting to do such kind of content, telling people this is the season to apply for visitor visa. Some other YouTubers from other countries, they thought that I'm crazy, like Canada visit visa, you're misleading. But you see, this is what is working at that time.
Yeah.
And guess what? There is rumor that all those people that have managed to enter Canada in the last 2 years through visitor visa, they are likely not even to go for hearing for those that went through asylum.
Yeah.
So the government has realized that taking these people through asylum and paying the judges and the lawyers is too much money for the government.
Yes.
And these people are held in shelters. A lot of them are not able to work. So the best thing is to give all of them PR, just like that. Allow them to work and build the economy. Let them pay taxes. So if somebody listened to such kind of content and think, this visitor visa, where can it take me? Look at it now. These people are going to get PR. They'll be able to bring their families. A lot of them even came to Canada with families as visitors. And a visitor visa is a visa that has always been the weakest. the weakest, to see how many people it has brought to Canada. But as we speak, things are changing again. So it's always good to go with seasons. What is selling at that time?
Yeah.
So that by the time they close this door, you have already now come
You are in
in.
the system, yeah.
Yeah. So it's always good to immigration is what is selling. So at the moment, Canada is putting a cap on especially international students, and even visit visa is going to become very hard. Before this last 2 years, 3 years, before that, it was very hard to come to Canada as a visitor. During our time, I never had anybody coming to Canada. It was very rare. Then they opened it, and now they are going to reduce almost to zero. And the visitor, Canada has been the destination for international students worldwide.
Yes.
But you see now, they want to put a cap on this one. They don't want. Let me fix the charger. EBM.
Okay.
So they want to reduce the number of people that are coming to study in Canada again. So I don't know. Immigration is seasonal. That's what I would say in summary.
And that is what I usually tell people. When you are going to apply, don't apply one country. Number one, even if your dream is Canada or your dream is US, don't just apply US only and don't apply other countries. Apply European countries, apply Canada, apply US, apply Australia. Then, once you can make a decision. But if you eliminate all and so, I'm just studying here only Canada, and you're going there, you don't get that visa. So,
and you know what, EBM, what I normally say, because some people say that, oh, Joyce, when we apply for this visitor visa, what will I do? How will I get a job when I come to Canada? And then I tell them, first of all, get it.
Yes.
Stop asking a lot of questions. Can you
get it first? And then the next phase we are talking about.
And when you have it, now you start asking questions. And if possible, get it and enter. Because some people got the visitor visa, they didn't enter Canada, they remained in their countries, and then now those visas have been cancelled because the government has realized that people over-applied. So for those ones that just entered immediately, that's how because this government is going with numbers. They have to check their numbers. They have to check, are we able to afford this number of people in this country? You remember the same thing was happening to Germany. They were returning visitors, asylum seekers, and they said they're taking them back to one of the Africa. I think it was Rwanda.
No, UK, they're taking to Rwanda.
Can you imagine that?
You are waiting asylum in Rwanda. Oh, no way. I'm not going to stay in Rwanda just I want to
but that one is not going to work. So what we are saying is that get it fast. Whatever is available for you, whether it's visitor visa, whether it's study permit, whatever is available for you, and the easiest. Just make sure that you do the right thing, that you meet all the requirements. Because again, we don't want everybody to go applying for visitor visa when they don't meet the requirements, because that application is going to be very weak. Nowadays, I'm telling them, make sure you have travel history.
And speaking of the travel history, I want to mention something. If you go to look into the US visa, they tell you the question, how many countries have you visited in the last 5 years?
Good. That is the only question they're asking for US.
If you go to the UK visa, it says the following. How many countries out of these you have visited in the last 10 years? Meaning,
UK is 10 years.
To go to Tanzania doesn't count.
Oh, Africa within Africa does not count.
Because obviously you're not going to be illegal in Sudan. They want
so it has to be outside Africa.
European countries, Canada, Australia. So all the countries which you can be tempted. Have you visited one of those countries and came back?
Yes.
Have you shown the proof of trustworthiness? But still, even in traveling within your region is good. It helps. Because when you travel from Kenya, there is an event in South Africa. You go there. That will be a good start. But if you just stay in your country, the passport has 4 years, you have never traveled anywhere, and the first visa you want to put to US or Canada, sometimes that is a trouble.
You know that there's a time I had a live session and two ladies came to my live, and they said that the two of them, the only questions that were asked for them in the US consular office is that, have you traveled, which country have you traveled to before in the last 5 years? One of them said, I think Dubai. The other one had gone to China. And they were given visas. Simple.
Yes, traveling helps a lot. Because, and this I tell people, like, even if you find that there is a conference somewhere, it's not the country you plan to go and live there, but just to try to do this way. Try to apply, pay for the conference, go there and just go there and come back. That type of travel will be coming in handy when you go to the interview.
Another thing, do not lie when you're doing your application.
Because because they
ask you, are you denied or have you been deported? Those are because they share information. They can get, even for UK, they can get if you're applying for Canada. They will get that. Always try to be. There's nothing Canadians hate like lies. If the only way to survive in Canada is always to speak the truth. You'd rather speak the truth and then apologize. Because if they realize that you have lied, then they will put you in another category of, they can even ban you for 5 years and say they call it mispresentation. They will say that you provided unreliable documentation. And when they say that and they ban you for 5 years, then you enter in another story, which is not very interesting.
I want to show people the question, what we are talking about, a travel history. This is the UK visa question, UK visa and immigration, travel history. How many times have you visited the following places in the last 10 years? This person didn't go anywhere. So they put Australia, Canada, New Zealand, US, Switzerland, European Economic Area, do not include travel to the UK, or which other the EEA areas. And they mention in those countries, these are the countries.
Wow.
So yes, but sometimes to find the opportunity to travel, to go to Slovenia or Slovakia, or sometimes to go to Romania, it's easy sometimes.
It's easier. They're easier.
So, yes, it can, to go to Czech Republic, even if it's traveling, it helps you in one way or another. So people should know that. Don't wait until it comes to Canada or US. Then that's you think you are traveling.
It's true.
There are schools, there are conferences in Austria. There are these other European countries, they are smaller, but still you traveled. Some countries might look like it's smaller, but they within Schengen. That means you get the visa for Austria, you will be able to take a train to Germany. You go to France, you go to other countries.
And you know what they'll be looking at? Because if somebody has gone from Africa and went to Europe, you had an opportunity to refuse to go back. You had an opportunity to apply for asylum there, right?
Yeah.
But you went back home. It shows that you are not, what will make you refuse to leave Canada if you left Germany or any of the European countries? So that one gives them a lot of belief that for sure, if they give you Canada, you still, and you know what they want is to prove that you'll go back home. They are looking for a way of proving that you'll go back home. There's no other reason they're looking for. So if you can prove that you'll go back to your home country, then they will give you that visa.
And speaking of proving going back, not many people have a lot of resources, especially in Africa. I usually tell people, sometimes it's not about how much money you get in a job, but what is the value and contribution you put in your community, which will make you coming back. For instance, someone, you are currently a university student. We don't expect you to own a house. We don't expect you to own a plot of land.
Yes.
If you own those kind of things, most likely it's just the right to your name is a fake document, majority of us. So what they expect, obviously, will prove I'm a student at the university, I'll come back. But if you're a student, what else do you do? I usually tell people, if you have NGO, you don't pay tax in your country. Why can't you open NGO to go and clean the market once in 3 months? But
and prove that you have something you're doing back home.
Exactly. You are CEO.
You are a
Meaning,
CEO. Yeah.
when you say I'm going to visit a sister company. You can ask a company in Canada
Mm.
or NGO in Canada. Say, oh, I want to come to learn there. I'll use our own cost. So that means you are going as a CEO. So you add the value that, yes, I'm a student, I'll come back, but I'm a CEO. You see, I'm having this one. To create a website doesn't take even more than $100 to create a website nowadays.
Something else, EBM, that we must tell our people is that even though we are so many content creators for immigration, immigration is not for everybody. It is a choice you make to immigrate. So those people that say that, oh, there are so many people in Canada who have come and they don't have jobs because they were misled. These are adults over 18 years. There's nobody who is going to leave their million job back home and come here and stay without a job. They still have an option of going back home, right? So when people say that people are coming to Canada and they're not finding jobs, people are going, immigration has been there even before some of us were born.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have seen Joyce doing content for immigration the other day and you start getting bitter with her, that she's helping people to come to Canada and they're not finding jobs. These people are happy. Some of them in Canada, they are living in 5 stars. So you are just bitter, speaking things that you are not even aware. Immigration, nobody pushes you to immigrate. It is your choice.
It is from within.
It is, and some of us who are here, we can also decide to go back home, and it's a choice. So immigration is not for everybody. We only give content to help those ones that are very desperate, because some people do not know where to find this kind of information. So we help them, and then you choose. You can also choose what to get. Whenever we are coming such a live like this one, you don't have to pick everything that we say, right? You can decide
choose what's appropriate to which fits for you.
And then you leave us with the rest. We will absorb it. As harsh as it sounds, but that is the truth.
And
because social media is very wide. Social media is very wide. You cannot go hurting people or right, left, and center, and you have found people in their own peace. So choose what you want to pick from us and move on. Yeah.
To add what you are saying, I can give you an example. There is one person applied for the green card lottery, came to our office in Tanzania. We take a picture and his wife, and the guy won the DV lottery. But he has been told the lies about how hard life in America is. The person has refused to come to America and is the DV winner. I talked to the person for 2 hours, convincing the life in America, and is listening to a person who has never been even to Dar es Salaam.
See, choices. Again, choices, EBM. There's nothing you can do with such a person.
I mean, so like that one, like you explain, this is not the life. Even in Kenya, for instance, if you go to the Kibera area, you are likely to be robbing someone to steal your phone. But if you are in Westland, it's difficult. Yes, they can steal your phone, but it's a little bit different.
No, so such a person, you can't force them. You can't force them, EBM.
You cannot, but for me, I was so the obsession I was having. Why did he? And he applied again this year for the.
Then why did you apply? And you know how many people are denied that thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so this is what you need people to do. Like us as creators, what we do is just to give you just like some tip of the ice, like, but it has to be from yourself. Like, I want to go over there. Why? Not to go Canada so that I can post a picture. I'm in Vancouver on Instagram. That is not a strong. Yes, it can be a motivation for you, but it's not a very strong, because here the life is difficult, whatever it is, and in order to make the life, you have to seriously do something.
And it's a choice. You still have, you know, nobody has told us never to go back home. Some of us were immigrants. We still have a chance of going back if we want. So you can come and try life, and then if it doesn't work for you,
you go back. Yeah, you didn't kill anybody. You can go back and
kill anybody. Kenya, Africa is our home. Wow, that's interesting. So EBM, I had a question for you.
Yes.
Because a lot of my subscribers have been asking me about scholarships. Because I know you normally consult even on scholarships at a fee. And what is the percentage of the people that go through scholarships applications for undergraduate, for postgraduate? What are the chances of getting this thing? Is it there, or is just another scam?
First of all, scholarships are there. And the scholarships are there not to give you because you are African, because you are poor. They give you based on the merit. So there are things they are looking at in order to apply, in order to get them. Yes, if you compare the scholarship of bachelor's degree and the postgrad, master's and the PhD, masters and the PhD are more opportunities than undergrad.
Oh, yes.
The reason being, these are the following reasons. Number one is majority of countries which don't speak English as a mother language, a mother tongue, a national language, they don't teach bachelor degree in their own, in English. Very few programs can be in English. From kindergarten to bachelor degrees, almost everything is in their languages. So if you go to France, everything in French. You might find one university has few programs in English. So obviously scholarships are fewer. Number two is they assume that if at the end they give you scholarship, they want you to go back in your own country to go and help your own country. So bachelor degree is, they assume is accessible education in your countries, but masters is not accessible to everyone, because most of the people can be given, for instance, in Tanzania, you can be given a student loan for bachelor degree, but masters, they don't give a student loan. So not everybody has access to access the grad school. So they give that opportunity for fewer people who can come there and go and give impact, not bachelor degree. But yes, there are scholarships for bachelor, but not many. And in addition to that is, for instance, in the United States, we don't call scholarships, they call assistantship. That means you are assisting beauties in the department. In our countries, we call seminar leaders. Those people in the grad school, they help with this to oversee the seminar or marking the papers, whatever. They help professors. So you don't pay tuition and fees, they give you money to work in the department. So you cannot take someone in bachelor degree, what is chemistry, to be assistant or doing research. So they prefer more grad school than bachelor.
According to you, which is the best countries among these developed countries? Like in North America, we have Canada and US, and then we have Australia, we have UK, we have
For me, from
Europe.
Personal, number one, I would prefer to go to a country which is English speaking. Meaning, it will. I'm checking my weakness. My weakness is to study language, and especially we are adult at this moment. Yes, Norway is the best country. Sweden is very good. Finland is very good. But at this moment, I'm not going to start I or U, to study whatever in that language. I'm not in that mood. So number one for me, I'm choosing countries which are English at the first one. That means I don't need to go back to that one. That's number one. But if you go US, Canada, I'll give these in my opinion, these are the top. Then you get Australia. That is very good. And then you get the other European countries, Western countries. I don't like more England, because the problem of England is a very tiny country with the over 85 million people in a very small country. The size of the England is just like taking the city of Arusha, and the Arusha is just a tiny island. So you are all condensed into small flats. You are just like in ghetto, whatever. Personally, I don't like that life.
England. That's why there is a problem of housing in England.
Yes, it's very congested because there are so many people. And because everybody is there as immigrant, for me, I prefer to go a place where I don't have much competition. Because if I'm African, I go to, for instance, I go to Toronto. Applying for jobs, you compete with so many immigrants, and obviously immigrants are educated. All immigrants, majority of them. But where you live in Sudbury, you don't have much of the competition. You have a very good life. So for me, even in the states I live, I compare, for instance, California and Missouri. Here, yes, there are immigrants, but you can appear in office. You are the only one, or even just one. I was in the office like we were just 2 or 3 blacks out of 200 people in the entire office. So that means I show my peak without competition from fellow Africans who have the same or higher qualification than you.
I get what you're saying.
So the problem of England is that one. I don't like it because it has so many immigrants who are very, very educated, who have so many work experiences, and the country is very, very small.
But scholarships are there.
They're there. Even now, they have one right now, which is called but it's the distance learning, which is now, the deadline is in May. They pay everything to study in your own country, but it's distance. You stay in your country, study in England.
You have it in your videos?
I haven't made it yet. I will make that one. But overall, the scholarships are there. As long as you have good grades and you have work experience. And by work experience, we mean be paid and unpaid. Students, please volunteer. You graduate, don't wait until you get a job. Start volunteering. Start different initiative. If you have a YouTube channel, that is work experience. Anything you do, make sure it is a work experience.
Okay.
You see, then from there are essays. Those essays are very good to write. But remember, the purpose of the scholarship is not to come to stay here. But once they give you, that is a different story. I promise, like a politician, that I'm coming in America. After that, I'm going to Africa. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. But the moment I arrive in America, I say I'm going back. But you have to get first. So don't start in your essay. It is my dream to get this scholarship. It is my dream to live in America. They're not going to give you. You have to show why when you come here, what are they going to benefit from you? And after the program, you are going back, and what exactly are you going to do so that they can be able to benefit?
But you are doing scholarships for them. You can tell them
yes,
that.
So for me now, I have a service to apply people's scholarships. So if someone wants the scholarships, I'll have a meeting with them, first of all, to review their qualifications. And then from there, after reviewing the qualifications, then I see if they qualify, then they can pay half amount to start the process until they get the visa, then they can pay the remaining amount. And the service is not just a scholarship. The service after scholarship, you go to that country, you continue to have free access with me for 6 months. That means if you have any question, if you want some guidance, okay, what are the resources in that country? How do you move from life as an international student? We give that type of consultation.
That's good. That's
and if any person who goes to my website will be able to see the page. Let me show. If someone goes to my website let me show. If you go to my website, which is ebmscholars.com, you find the person say full funded scholarships here. For people who are looking community colleges, you pay on your own, but you're looking for scholarships, all the explanation they are here. You click there, you get all the information, what is the process all about in that way. Or if you want the consultation, you can go and book consultation. Here, you can click here and book consultation. You can book consultation. And then you can be after that one, you can fill the information and you put your information here, put your transcript, whatever, so that when you have the meeting, you tell me you want consultation about community college, your full funded work visa or internships or whatever, develop anything you need, you can be able to put it here. Then you can have the meeting. And even today, before we finish here, I will give the opportunity, like give away someone to give an hour for free consultation for anyone who is going to win, who is here. We'll put people to compete. We'll make a draw, just consultation, a free consultation video like this one.
Wow, that's interesting to hear. So guys, after this, make sure you check EBM Scholars YouTube channel. He has done very good videos on immigration. The good thing about him is that he's all over. You'll find videos from all over the world. And for those of you that want one-on-one with him, you can always check on his web. You'll also share with me the link to your website, and then I'll share it on my channel. Okay. For those of you who are in EBM's live, because we have shared in all the channels, please also check on my YouTube channels, Joyce K. Nas Canada, for Canada immigration. So now we have another 30 minutes. I think we can check on people's comments and answer questions where we can. Any information that we share here is not legal advice. We are just giving our opinions, just to tell us what we have gone through, what we have learned from others. And you can also share with us what you think is helpful to others.
Okay. Yep. We have so many people today. So, hello, Joyce, how are you? Karanja is from Kenya.
Yes, it's from my village.
Yeah. The green card lottery results is May 4, not March 4. May 4.
May 4 is when you're getting the results for green card.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do a live of 15, 20 hours non-stop.
That one I'll be there. And I remember normally I come and go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Emily, hello, Joyce and EBM. Glad to see
Yeah,
you. You are doing
Emily.
great job.
Emily is my friend. Thank you, Emily.
Karanja say, I know the guy. He talks about DV lottery. Okay. Good, sir. You add up very well, and you people live in Nigeria suffering. Yeah. Okay. Let me start with the current questions. Great Ethiopia. Hello, I'm from Ethiopia, but I think it's Canada now. I have 8-year-old daughter. My daughter's mother is not sending me an invitation letter. How and in what way can I go to Canada to visit my daughter?
Why is she not sending you an invitation? Because if she's not sending you an invitation, you can't fight her for not sending you an invitation. However, if she's not in a capacity to invite you, you don't need an invitation. I always say you don't need an invitation to come to Canada. Because how many invitations can I give to my relatives? And I have billions of relatives. I can only give a few. So what you can do is that you can look for other ways of coming here through visitor visa. You can look for conferences. You make a payment to those conferences. You get an invitation. You have to get conferences that are related to what you do. Because again, you cannot apply for conferences for nurses and you are an accountant. It doesn't make sense to the embassy.
Yeah.
So once you get that invitation for the conferences, then you go ahead and apply for visitor visa. But we are saying do not rush to apply for visitor visa. Make sure you meet all the requirements before you submit your application.
Okay. We'll see people from every country. Rwanda, from
Rwanda
Uganda.
is our sister country.
Yeah.
Uganda.
From Angola.
Yeah. Wow.
I say I have a traveling experience and I have a job, but I was denied the visa twice. As I said, it's traveling experience where it matters. Number one is where did you travel? That's number one. But number two is, yes, you can have a job. The point is not in the job. How much does that job pay? That is another thing. Yes, you can have a job, even it can pay you $2,000. But if you don't have any other thing to attach you to make you come back, yes, you can come and decide to disappear still. So they want not just one item. It's a combination of so many things. Okay. Mesri says so much for this info. So I need a visit first, right? I think he's referring to visiting visa. And you already gave explanation. Want to come out, you can use a visit visa and then you can change it to other thing. This is a question for you, Joyce. From Jean Pierre.
About Canadian immigration. How can you know that IRCC is working on your case when you applied online? There's no way you can know. Especially for visitors visa, you just have to submit and wait. I have people who are waiting for the last people who applied in November 2021. So they waited for 2022. Now we are going to almost November 2024 and they're still waiting. But what I know is that most of the times, according to my observation, if your visa application has overstayed, they will always give you. Most of the times, 99%, they will give you that visa. A lot of people that get denied, they get the results very fast. Within a week or 3 weeks, they have told you the feedback. So most likely they'll give you. Do not give up.
Okay, let me answer this one. Please, I have a question to ask. I applied for study visa and I was refused twice. But now I want to see if I can apply for visiting visa. I don't know how possible it is.
Let him
So,
first of all fill the requirements for the previous application.
yes. When you apply for a visa, you are being denied. You are allowed to apply for the second time, but you must show a little bit. Sometimes you have changes, maybe certain documents you didn't have, things of that nature. But if they deny you twice, wait at least 6 months and above. You cannot go the first one, they deny you today. After a month, you go back to the interview, and then you go for the third time within the short time. Because even for the US part, that question is asked: have you been denied the visa previously if you apply for the first time? But have you been denied in the 6 months? They want what changes have you made? Something like that. So the first one and the second one, even if it is shorter, it's okay. But the third one you are coming to apply, a little bit take time, at least 6 months, add some few things which you think that they will be able to help you to get that one. But I want to add something also on the student visa. Among the things I've seen many times, people are denied with the student visa. Usual, they apply for school without knowing the region where the school is, the cost of living of that school. They do not know overall how much money is required. So yes, you must show you are using the bank statement for your brother or your uncle, but in the end, it is 50,000 US dollar. That's a lot of money even for the consular himself or herself has a student loan.
Yeah.
So number one, find public schools, find affordable schools.
Community schools.
Community colleges are number one if you are looking for bachelor's degree. If you're looking for masters, find masters which are public school. Private school will be more expensive. So when it is lower the cost, it helps you to justify I'm able to afford. There's one Kenyan guy applied, it was tuition and fees was 56,000 US dollar to study in California. There's no you're going to be given the visa. But if you go to the community college, it is 18,000, 15,000 per year.
Reasonable. And they have from their history, they have realized that people that come with very high tuition fee, they end up on the streets.
Yes.
They because they could not be able to maintain that high cost, so they ended up they could not continue with education. So now they're on the streets. Some of them on drugs. Others now have gone to asylum, and they don't want that. They want you to complete and graduate. So something that you can be able to handle in terms of school fees. The same thing with Canada, I think.
Yeah. The golden rule: arrive first in the US and Canada.
Yes.
Don't start, oh, I don't like that country. I don't know. Have you been there? Get the visa. Arrive there. Then make the decision.
You can even come and go back.
Yeah. Someone is taking your advice. Someone says, I've tried to reach you many times on Facebook. I don't know if it's for you or for me, but usually for me, I don't I post on Facebook, but I don't read messages on Facebook. Because you have to make sometimes a decision on where will be your priority. On Facebook, I have Facebook group, 120,000 people. Facebook page, 120,000 people. I have Instagram, 2 Instagram account, one in 50,000, 130,000. I have 5 YouTube channels. You cannot respond to everything. So that's why we encourage people.
It's too much.
Like sometimes to email. Yes, I know I'm behind on the emails. Yes, but it's better to email. Will be better than.
And you have a family and a job and too much to handle here. It's
exactly. And my email is that one, always ebm@ebmscholars.com, or you go to ebmscholars.com website. You'll be able to see my email there.
Mine
and
is
the email when you write it, it helps
joycecanada@gmail.com. Yep.
Okay. Any question? Let me see. There is someone watching from Zambia. Someone watching from Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you
Someone
for watching
appreciating
our
what
videos.
you have been to Nigeria before, right?
Me, yes, severally.
That's a place I want to visit one time. I've never been.
It's
Nigeria,
a good place to
Ghana,
visit.
Liberia, Sierra Leone.
Yes, it's a very good place to visit. Now I want to visit Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica, yeah.
Yeah. Who is from Jamaica? Anyone from Jamaica, please invite me. And Zimbabwe.
Okay, let me see other questions here, and then
I've been told that 40 years and above cannot apply for visa. No, that's not true.
yeah.
Anybody can apply. Is it possible to come to the US with an immigrant, start new life with 1,600 as savings? Wow. As long as if you're coming to start a job the following day, yes, it's possible. Because here you normally get paid after every 2 weeks. And maybe you have a host. That's okay.
I want an honest answer from both of you. If one gets both PR from Canada and wins the DV lottery, which one will you recommend? You use
Double
both.
blessing.
Like, yeah, you are allowed to have permanent resident of two countries. It's not a crime.
But IBM, how will he manage? Because remember, for US, you have to enter and stay there for some time before you leave.
No,
and
in US, US, if you are going out of United States, it should not exceed 6 months.
Oh, so they can balance.
Yeah, you can be if you want to live in Canada, you can be coming and stay for a week. Because I know there is a person is doing won the DV lottery, is doing PhD in Canada right now. So what he's doing is coming because he's in New York. He just come to New York and he studied in Toronto. So he's just being Toronto. So he's coming there somebody's coming there for a weekend and then going back to Toronto. So it depends, like, what is your priority?
Me, I think I would also add this EBM. Because I also have seen cases like that. Somebody comes to Canada. Once they arrive here with visitor visa, they win DV lottery. If it's a visitor visa and DV lottery, of course, you go for DV lottery. But yes, if it's a PR for Canada and a green card for US, it depends. If you have a family and you want to raise a very young family, Canada is the best. If you do not have a family, it's just you, then go make money in the US because the US has got more money than Canada. Their dollar is stronger than Canada. So it is choices. Otherwise, Canada is the best in terms of living standards. You can't compare with the US, but the money is less. So if your goal is to work for the next 5 years and then go back home, then go to the US, make money, then go back home.
That is a question for you. How about doing a Canada visitor extension twice? Should I be able to extend again to find the LMIA?
Yes, you can extend even the third time. You can.
Okay.
But wait a minute. If you have extended 2 times and you didn't get an LMIA, why do you think you'll extend the third time and get an LMIA? First of all, getting an LMIA is just on theory. It is on books. Otherwise, things on the ground, the truth is that it's almost impossible. Unless you have an employer that you came with, like, if I promised you a job and I'll give you an LMIA, that's okay. But if you're coming to search for that LMIA here, it's impossible. I can guarantee you, it's very hard. How many LMIs do we get? How many people do we get? Anyway, so what I'm saying is that if I were you, I would just leave the country first so that I don't get into bad status. I go back home, I stay for some time, and then I come back decided. I come now fully decided that something has happened and now I have to come and stay here. Okay. I wish they can talk to me personally. Send me an email and then find a way of talking to me one-on-one.
Can someone apply for visa for different countries like US, Canada, or in Europe at the same time? No, yes. There is Tanzanian applied at the same time, US and Canada.
He got how many?
And he got both US and Canada. Yeah.
He's so lucky. Oh my.
What happened was he got to the US first. So when he submitted the Canada visa to apply for Canada, he already had the US visa.
Oh my goodness.
So they gave him 2. So we talked with him and then he said to go to Canada. Yeah.
Because
When
of
I was in
if
Toronto,
they're
all
all
the time I was with them, they showing everywhere.
if they're all visitors visa, go to Canada, because Canada is very easy for you to get
Yeah,
papers.
that's what I
If
talked
you have
with
a visitor visa for US, my friend, IBM tell them.
Yes, that's what we discussed with him. So you have both, but for me, I would choose to Canada than the US because Canada will be able to change quicker. So it's in Canada. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Interesting.
This is question for you.
Hi Joyce, what does it mean by term lack of authenticity in refusal? Meaning fake documents were used most of the times. Sometimes
Like
they say
if
unreliable.
they look, they don't make sense. So for instance, you say your salary is $500 per month. In your bank statement, you have $50,000. How did you get $50,000 in your bank account?
Unreliable information.
Yeah. So it's just like something fishy. There is no clear connection like if you look this way.
Yeah.
About US master's applications, I'm on my research period to search for schools. So asking if I want to apply for 10 US schools, should I look for 30 recommendation letters for 10? Yes, because each application will have at least 3 recommendations. So if you plan to apply 10, you're talking about 30 recommendations. And the recommendation should not be too much concerned to whatever. It has to be specific. You are applying at Stanford, it has to be Stanford application. You apply Michigan State, it has to be Michigan State University. The admissions officer, Michigan State. So it has to be specific for that university.
So after graduation, EBM in the US, do they have a way of staying in the US?
If you graduate in the US, you are given the OPT, like postgraduate work permit of Canada. Here we call optional practical training is optional if you want. If you're in science, mostly like 2 years in the house, whatever, and more. If you are in social sciences, 1 year, it can be extended to
even without a job.
Yes, to get a professional job. But then, what is the professional job? You have 2 options. At the same time, is to find a job which can sponsor you. And also, you can find it also sometimes you can sponsor yourself, like to apply for what we call EB visa, which is green card by education you have.
Okay.
Yeah. Question for you, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce. My West report is ready today, and I'm going to the next phase, which is in NCAS. Do you have any idea how long NCAS process is taking the longest? Before, it only used to take 3 months to finish the whole process. But now, because everybody applied, Canada, we only had British Columbia as the savior for all the nurses. So everybody went to British Columbia. Now they're overwhelmed. So right now, we do not know how long it might take. My advice would be just wait. Just wait. NCAS will communicate back to you.
Joyce Karigia, how I was about to miss this live by iconic East African YouTubers. Thank you. Ujambo EBM and Joyce. Yeah, I'm glad to watch this live from Kenya. I am a university student right now with the previous 3 F1 refusal. What are the pathways I can use to go to the US? So if you are currently a university student, what student level are you applying? My advice will be, I think the point is, why do you want to drop out of the university to go to start another degree? That will be why they deny you. My advice will be simple. Make sure you graduate what you have with the good grades. And if you have good grades, apply for scholarship first. If you don't have, then apply for affordable schools or funded schools that they don't have tuition fees like Germany, so forth.
Okay.
I know the answer, but you can also answer on your end.
My question to Joyce, can foreigners join Canadian Armed Forces? No.
No.
You have to be a Canadian citizen.
Yeah. In the US,
Even
the
in the
same, but
US.
in the US, you can join either a citizen or a green card holder.
Here for armed forces, they have started allowing PR, but for police force, it's a no. You have to be a citizen.
Yeah. And if you join as a green card holder, what I did, you are given citizenship while you were in the boot camp.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So
But
saving
that's
that.
how you got it.
Yeah, I got citizenship. Yeah, because I was in the army.
Tell them your experience. Is it something they should try?
What?
To be in the army. Is it something you would recommend?
I recommend many people to join the Navy. I mean, the military in general. Why?
Okay.
If you join the military, there are so many advantages. Number one, obviously, you are green card holder, you are becoming citizen right away. That's number one. Number two, obviously, you will be given the housing, you will be given the salary, and so many benefits. But if you want to go to school, let's say, for instance, right now I'm not in the military anymore. I have 36 months to use. Like if I go to study bachelor, master's, PhD, they will pay for tuition and fees, and they pay for housing where I stay.
Wow.
So the housing will be minimum 1,500 to 2,000, depending on the place where you live.
Oh, that's why a lot of immigrants go to become...
Yes. So you are guaranteed to get a good education. When you are going to buy a house, you don't pay down payment. You say, oh, but down payment, whatever. I usually tell people, for instance, my house, how did I manage to buy a house or to get the loan for the house? The reason being, I was able to buy the house, this one, I paid just $1,000, and that was just for cleaning, just like making sure there is a cleaning, inspection, those kind of few things. But I didn't pay any other money up, like 20% of the worth of the house, whatever, like, no. So those are advantages in that way. And then when you get out, when you apply for any job, there is a question is asking, are you a veteran? If yes, and you have what you call status of honorable discharge, that you didn't do any problem in the military, you will be number one priority to be given that job. So if, let's say, they say this job, we want someone minimum bachelor degree, and there's someone with the master's with 10 years experience, and there is just a veteran with a bachelor degree, with the same minimum bachelor degree, the veteran with a bachelor degree will be given a job before any other person.
Oh, discipline.
It's a law.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So there are those kind of, and whenever you go to apply to in any conversation you go to, because the majority of people here, they served in the military, so the conversation is not, oh, I'm immigrant. The conversation, oh, you are a veteran. So even if you want to go to CIA, they don't look you as immigrant. They look you are American who has extended experience.
How long do you train?
What?
How long do you train?
Training, Navy is 8 weeks. Army Marines, I think 9 or 10 weeks. That is a boot camp. You graduate to that one, you are already official. Then you go for the class, the most like in the class. So that one is indifferent. It's not like heavy duty anymore. No. Okay, so there is a content creator that Tambisa. If I have a visitor visa in Canada and they want to remain there, which is a good choice to do in order to stay legally in Canada?
Depending on what you want to do, there are two main ones. The first one is you can convert it to student, to study permit, which is very easy. You can even do it on your own. But before you travel, make sure you allocate a school so that, and you get also admission. And then when you come here, yours will only be to pay school fees and then to convert. The other way is that you come here and maybe you apply for asylum. Those are the only two. Yeah. And then Canada, you can still apply for jobs, but the job has to have LMIA. Finding that LMIA is almost impossible.
Yeah, and in the US, the same way in the US, from last year in March, you are not allowed to apply for job. Nowadays, you are allowed to apply, but your employer, if he's accepting you, employer has to ask you to change the status. So to change that, to get that job is difficult than going to become a student. I usually tell people sometimes. Speaking of the military, Someone is asking, my son has a dental operation and he has a scar on his leg due to a false scratch. Does the military accept that? Yes, most likely they will accept. There are things they might not accept. It might be a very severe medical situation or certain operations like which can be hindered. But most of the things I see, yeah, they will be able to accept. There is another question about the military. If you join the army in the US, how long do you have to stay there? Is there a contract, or you can just join and quit after a few years? The contract is 4 years, the minimum contract. From there, if you want to continue, you can add 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, depending on how much you want to add into your contract.
Okay. Hi, Joyce. I graduated with bachelor's last year, December. Can I get a scholarship with Empower or any other organization to further my studies in the USA or Canada? Yes, you can.
But usually for me, I don't advise you to take student loan, whether from Empower, from anything. Student loan is very complicated thing. Like the life-wise. Yes, because Empower, they have to make sure that you pay their money before you graduate. So while you are studying, what? Before you graduate, or they allow you to work? If you finish and you go back to Kenya, how do I get my money? Because that is not if you are a US citizen, you are a green card holder, you can pay for 10 years later, 30 years later. How do you pay your international? So they have to find a way before. But EBM, I think it's a good option to those people who don't have a way of proving funds. But that's what number one, I usually tell people, number one is if you are okay to get a loan, master's degree of $80,000 US. Why can't you find a loan of 10,000 to go to study in Canada? I mean, to go study in Germany is free. Because to prove you see, that's my point. You can go there. If you have bachelor degree, you have good results, apply for scholarship. You don't, I'm not going to take 80,000 because 80,000 with the interest, you're talking about 100,000. It looks good because I'm coming to America, but the burden you're going to have in the end, it's okay. You do what you can do. But for me, I'll be able to go and get from SACCO, to get a loan from SACCO, go to Canada. I mean, Germany is free education. Norway nowadays, they start putting the tuition and fees for international. But better to go there, study there for masters, and then come PhD in Canada or in wherever. So I just use 10,000 than using 80,000. I mean, but if that is the only option, you cannot get anything, is up to you. But there are other ways instead of spending 80,000. That is a lot of money as a loan. This Kenya US Times TV, he's in the US Air Force at the moment. You know him? I usually watch some of the videos, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Air Force and Navy are the easiest. Yeah. Even some people there. If you have a permanent resident in Canada, can you relocate to the US and stay there permanently? Yes. But you have to start immigration from zero again. Yes. You can come visiting without a problem. But to live permanently, you need a visa. Yes. To live permanently, there is a different process. Just like you'll be like someone from, even like me as a US citizen, yes, to go to Canada to live permanently, I can't until I follow certain immigration procedures. Immigration has to be a little bit easier processing, but still I have to go on the line and get a program. If I'm going as a student, or if I get a job, if I get whatever. So there why can't you wait? Why can't you wait to become a citizen in Canada? Because Canada is the easiest citizenship to get. In 3 years, you will have your citizenship. And then you can just cross to the US, and then at the border, you get your work permit. You go work in the US, depending with your contracts, and then you can have PR for US and citizenship for Canada. Yeah. Okay. We have been here almost now is an hour, right? Yes. We still have so many questions. We can plan to come back again. Yeah. Is there community college in Canada? Yes, they have community college. Yeah. I have done so US and Canada videos. Education system is the same. Check my channel. I have a channel specifically for students. It's called Joyce
Canada Study Abroad. Joyce Canada Study Abroad is specifically for students.
Let me put it. Let me put it on the screen here 1 second so that people can see. And I've been on that live a couple times to talk about education, I remember. Okay, I'm putting the link on the screen. It is that one.
Yeah.
But also, there is this one. Yes, that one.
Thank you.
Okay. One thing I want to do before we end our live is to create what we call giveaway. So I'm going to make a draw. If a person's become the winner, on the comment, type #EBM. Then we are going to make a draw here. This draw, if someone wins, we'll create 1 hour meeting, and that person and he can ask any question in the video. We'll be talking just consultation. You see, entries are starting getting in. Type #EBM.
Explain to them again.
Just type #EBM, whether it's capital letters or small letters, doesn't matter, but whatever, put in capital letters. So the more entries, then if I click draw here, we'll get a winner, and the winner will write me email. Then you can coordinate to have a free consultation of 1 hour. So we'll be able to do that.
For those ones that have which needs?
What?
Which needs? You should tell them, is it those who are coming to study or DV Rotary, which consultation, or is any?
Anything. It's just free. I give a free hour with my time.
Wow.
So you can ask about becoming a YouTuber.
I think I should do
about
that.
Finding a job in America. You can find it wherever. Just
but 1 hour with one person is not valuable. It's not giving value for 1 hour. It should be at least 10 people in a Zoom meeting so that they can all bend. I mean, 1 hour with one person, is it fair?
So okay, so the point is that, okay, I will do it this way. I'll choose 5 people, and then I'll make a group consultation of 5
That's better. That's better. So that 1 hour has value.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do 5 people.
Okay. Interesting.
So when people do this one, then I'll do draw first one, second time, third time, until we have 300 people, but you have just 72 entries. Type #EBM. If you write just EBM, it's
so how are you going to select them, EBM?
It is automatic machine. If I click draw here, you'll see it will be rolling everything.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that too in my next live.
When we reach 100, I will do the first draw. Then we keep adding. So just type #EBM, #EBM.
Interesting.
Yeah. And while we are continuing, okay, we have 90 more people to go before I click the first draw.
We already got 100. People are so needy.
5 more people to go.
Guys, don't worry. God's timing is the best. You will get whatever you desire.
Yeah, so okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the first draw. Okay. It is automatic.
Are you sure you are not going to select some people from Tanzania?
No, I don't know. That is the winner. It is automatic. So
blessed, loved, and favored. Let us know which country you are from. Then we'll say whether EBM is selecting some people from Tanzania.
Whether I'm favoring someone, let me take a screenshot of the winner. Okay, so that is the first one.
Well done, blessed.
So you can continue. I'm going to do another draw. So this is the first person, the first winner.
How will you contact them, EBM?
So the person who is the winner, please go and email, take a picture or just write, because I took the picture, say your name and write the email to ebm@ebmscholars.com.
Wow, interesting. And then now, how sure are you they'll be all available at the same time when you need them?
We discuss and have the specific one time, like if someone is in West Africa, East Africa,
Okay.
we choose. I'll give different option. They will choose from. Then you can be able to figure out.
Wow, well done, EBM. You have such a big heart. God bless you.
Okay, I'm giving the second draw. Okay, the second
God help Kenyans. God help Kenyans. I want my Kenyan people to win.
Okay, let's find the winner now.
Almost. Yay! That's a Kenyan.
Is it Kenyan? Okay, that is the second winner.
The third one, I pray Nigerians to get. Nigeria third.
Okay, I'm going to do the third one until we reach 5 people.
Nigeria.
Okay, the third one.
Let's see.
Neema Williams.
This is a Tanzania.
No, I don't know.
Neema should be a Tanzania. Congratulations. Tanzania is also my sister.
The third one. Fourth one.
The fourth one, I'll vote for Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, yay! I think I'll be doing this all the time. I love it. I really love it.
From Ghana.
This is Ghana. Yay! I love Ghana.
Will be Ghana.
Vicky's collection, Ghana. Yeah, Ghana, go Ghana.
So that is the fourth one, right?
The other one should be Uganda.
We are doing the last one.
Uganda. Hey, we don't have any Nigeria. Uganda, Nigeria. Those two. Uganda, Nigeria.
Home TV.
Now, why do you put these names? We can't even tell which country. We want to know whether EBM is selecting all of them from Tanzania.
Yeah, so
interesting.
That is those are the winners for today.
Give 10, because we are 2, me 5 and you 5. So you have 10 in a Zoom meeting.
What?
You have 10 in a Zoom meeting. You can host 10.
So you want me to choose 10 people?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's the same time, EBM. There's nothing to lose.
So I have to do again, like...
No, okay. It's okay. If you have already finished, it's okay. But if you had 10, it would make a lot of sense. I would appreciate.
Okay. Add more entries. Hashtag EBM.
And call me on that Zoom meeting. If I'm available, I'll come.
That will be good. Okay, so I will do that one.
Yeah, we'll come, both of us.
Okay, do hashtag EBM. Then we are going to add more people. I mean to... Okay.
Let me vote for Nigeria again. I don't know why I love Nigeria so much. I should be immigrated from Kenya to Nigeria because they are kind, they are nice.
Okay, we are 100, so I'm going to make a draw. Okay.
Nigeria, let's go.
Okay, let's do a draw. So this will be the sixth person. Okay.
Correct. This is Kenyan.
It's Kenyan?
This is Kenyan.
Okay.
Please text on the comments and tell us which country you are from. But
which country are you? If you are the winner, which country are you from?
Yes, Koech is from Kenya. That meeting will be fire.
Okay, I'm going to do a draw again. Okay, the 7th.
Nature. We can't tell which country. Tell us which country you are from.
If you are the winner, which country are you from?
Yeah.
Remember, you have to email to ebm@ebmscholars.com.
Oh, Neema is from Kenya, not
He's from Kenya.
Tanzania. Seriously? Make sure you give one to Tanzania. I thought Neema is Tanzania. Okay, let's go. Let's see whether we'll have one Tanzania. Okay. Your people, Tanzania, TZ. Tabitha NK. This one we can't tell which country.
Okay. So now we are going to number 8.
Okay.
Okay, let's draw number 8.
Ouma, Kenyan. Koech and Ouma from the same tribe.
From Kisumu, right?
Kisumu, yeah, Kisumu Dala.
It will be Kisumu area.
Kenyans, you have not let me down, my people.
So this is the last one, right?
Uh-huh. Hiya, even Living Nature is also from Kenya. Seriously, Kenyans. You are taking all of them.
Oh, Kenyan.
Another Kenyan. Seriously?
Oh, man. Kenyans are very serious in this business.
You are stealing votes. We know Kenyans by stealing votes.
Yeah.
They are stealing votes.
Okay, so all those winners, please.
We have 10.
Yeah, we have 10, right?
That's good. Congratulations.
Email to ebm@ebmscholars.com.
I'll try to be there.
We'll coordinate and you find the time. And Joyce and I will be able to have to answer most of your questions.
One-on-one, detailed.
Yeah. So
I'll try to bring somebody else to answer deeper questions.
Okay. Joyce, thank you so much. We need to be doing this one at least once a week, possible.
It's fun. I think we need to do more of this. I had really missed you, EBM.
Yeah, a long time.
The whole of this year, we haven't done anything
No,
together.
we haven't.
That was nice. Anyway, guys, we thank you so much even for coming. Thank you for your time. Please, if you haven't subscribed, even if you haven't been selected, please subscribe so that we can also have the morale to come back again.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can share the link to other people who haven't watched it.
Yes.
They'll be able to.
We can plan once. How are your Saturdays? Can we be coming every Saturday?
We can be able to do, but before 3, I mean, if we do like normal up to this time, around this time, that will be okay.
I think it's good to be consistent so that people can plan.
Yeah. Let's plan. Let's behind it. I mean, after the live, we can discuss like what time should we be doing frequently.
Yeah, we'll talk. Me and you will agree, and then we can post them on the community.
Yeah, like which days we'll be able to do the, or other ways we can also, that will be a good way to do.
Thank you guys, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.